Well, he might actually, unless things go really poorly for him with his Bren pick, I don't think he's swapping, no matter what.
Yeah, generally with Isidroo, he'll swap to the Bren. He'll start with one of the other ones and then go to the Bren. Since he's starting off with this Bren in this best of 5, unless there's something specific in his game plan that he's like, I need this weapon alongside my axe, then I can't imagine him swapping either. But we're getting right on into game 1. Isidroo with the spear in hand going up against Noel's Katars. Noel right underneath him is trying to go for these jump nairs to build up this damage onto Isidroo.
Good options coming out from Isidroo, but he is going to be punished for that down sig. And now Noel turning things around. The Katar play very fast and able to get in and punish a lot of the spear attacks due to those recovery frames. Even able to get in on the neutral air. Oh, there it is.
That killed.
I can't believe that.
Small Brawlhalla with its close kill boxes. Noel getting that grab pound to finish off Isidroo.
And already in the mix.
On the respawn, getting more on top of Isidroo.
Does not hesitate a second.
No. Every moment is an opportunity to build more damage onto your opponent. Every single second. Dare. Recovery. Bounces him off the platform.
A little bit more damage coming out from Noel. Picking up that sword. This is his bread and butter right here. We've seen him be successful on other weapons, but this is, well,
okay.
The one that he's most known for.
Yes.
He's going to punish him thusly.
He's been playing sword for a while. Hasn't always been an Asuri main. Back when he first started onto the scene, it was all about that Koji that he used to run, 9 dexterity Koji. But as of late, it's all about this Asuri. That's the one that he's won the most, or won his tournaments with. Nice down 6, sends Isidroo off, and that will kill Noel. Was ready, was trying to follow it. Sorry, yes.
I mean, I don't know. Anyway, Noel now with the Katars getting a little bit more damage right off the respawn from Isidroo. Once more, I mean, no hesitation. Like we said, this man is a well-oiled machine and looks for efficiency wherever he can find it. Surprisingly, he's not German.
I like these wake-up dares from Isidroo. When Noel catches him with that neutralite, Isidroo is able to hit that dare and stop Noel. It kind of forces Noel to really think about his option off the neutralite, where normally he's just waiting for them to burn a dodge so that he can go in for that recovery. There's the neutral
very nice option.
Expected
and that
the jump.
Is going to be the KO
He touched,
right there.
He touched.
What? He got the recovery back.
Isidroo with the turnaround.
Not only did he get the recovery, he got the reversal. I thought he was out of recovery option.
Barely touched that corner, and that was enough. Isidroo able to hold on, but he needs to chop away at Noel right now. Goes for the downlight. Not a true combo off the nair. Goes for the ground pound. Recovery's high, but Isidroo's still living.
And neutral sig. Oh, nope. I think he was actually going to prepare for it, but maybe I'll just say that just to make me feel better. Anyway, Noel trying to find that KO right now. He's got Isidroo on the ropes. Isidroo trying to find some heavy damage here out of the recovery, and now anti-airs, going with the down airs. Noel switching the positions. The down air coming out.
No jumps!
Has no options.
He burned all his jumps hitting those dares, didn't reset for the wall touch, and that's going to give Noel game 1. Isidroo really needed those dares, but he started to figure out what he needs to do. It's all about that axe play. And he's going to be keeping that axe. Looks like he's swapping over to the Ragnar.
And this is what we were, I guess this is what I was fearful of. I didn't think he would actually switch in this. Usually the Bren pick is a pretty solid pick for him. He usually sits on it even through the losses, but I guess he's been expanding his character pool as of late, so not a bad idea, to be honest.
He'll go Katars to Katars against Noel. He's got to have confidence in it. I know he's played against Asuris with this Ragnar and done fairly well for himself. He's definitely been learning up on his Katars as of late, but we'll see how well it does in this matchup against Noel. Nice dare into downlight. Nice downlights, nice side light. Very nice good damage. Movement. Side sigs over the corner, but Noel's just above it for the turnaround punish. Unarmed play. Again, side sig attempt from Isidroo.
Great movement from Noel. He's avoided so many of the heaviest hitting attacks that Isidroo has thrown out so far. And finally, Isidroo able to find something, but the jump out of that neutral sig is going to cost him so much because that punishment that came right after, well, it hurts a lot.
But Noel is able to trade back this damage, keeping the damage even, sends Isidroo off. Isidroo, if he gets touched, he's dead.
Oh, he dropped it! And the reversal from Isidroo confirming the KO, and that is so unexpected.
Downlight whiffs the follow-up, gives Isidroo the jump back up for the kill. Noel will even up the stocks, though.
Still,
That was
insane.
a big drop. That was a big drop. Noel could have had a much bigger lead had he followed up off that down light properly.
I would actually argue that he's very lucky that he was able to get that recovery KO onto SSG when he did, because otherwise SSG could have taken the game and ran with it and just expanded that lead, made it so hard for him to come back.
Oh, nice
and
there.
already going for an early kill, trying to expand his coverage to the side of the wall, the thin wall that they have here on Shipwreck Falls.
Down air from Isidroo. Another down air. Gets the neutral sig. Noel has yet to touch Isidroo's second stock. Isidroo not throwing out the side signatures over the wall this time. Very nice option. We'll throw it up here. 100-0. Isidroo untouched.
And this is one of the reasons why SSG is one of the highest power ranking players in the game right now, is that just explosive ability for him to convert so many different things, use the signatures in a way that are dangerous to high tier players that we don't normally see them use those kind of moves.
Isidroo uses his signatures in all sorts of ways, but so does Noel. Noel catching Isidroo with that down signature. The wake up nair from Noel, stuffing, but there's the neutral signature off the down air from Isidroo. All of this damage that Isidroo puts onto Noel is to his advantage, is widening the gap, giving him the advantage into those final stocks. Oh, goes for it again, the dare into the neutral sig, but Noel's ready for it that time. Jumps over the down sig. Again, looking for these neutral signatures. Isidroo really wants to hit these neutral signatures onto Noel.
Well, they have an insane damage and force behind them, so if he's looking for kill options, that's probably one of the best ways to do it. And now looking for that signature as well. Noel trying to chase and avoiding the signatures. That's 2 in a row, and those are some very hard-hitting, dangerous signatures as well to avoid.
That was an exhausted recovery from Noel. He was really fishing for that finisher, and I almost wish that Isidroo had recognized that and kind of tried to challenge, keep Noel from getting to that wall, because he burned so much going that high. But still,
Recovery
going back to neutral is good.
Noel doesn't have too much left, though. Isidroo on a fresh stock. He's going to be able to move around a little bit freely as he tries to look for a KO right now, and he's going to find that axe, which is going to be a fantastic tool for him to try to confirm this KO.
The weapon toss connects. Isidroo starting to think about that kill option. Noel closing the gap, falling nairs. There's the neutral sig, and Isidroo takes game 2 back and forth.
And that might be the theme of this game, is both players trading wins off.
Just trading blow for blow. Isidroo, very serious faced. He was very goofy when we were watching over at the setups, but now that he's here, he is very stern, very serious.
I mean, this is the time to get serious. I mean, this is the qualification for, I think, both of them into the top 8 on the winner's side.
The winners make top 8. Meanwhile, over at twitch.tv/Brawlhalla, LDZ and Addy Mestic are fighting for top 8 as well.
So
there's just intense matches all around.
We both keep saying how all of these are high-profile matches. I mean, this is what you expect it, but it's so hard not to say it because of...
Cannot be overstated.
Already getting into game number 3, though. SSG and Noel facing off, looking for a little bit of damage here. Already Noel looking pretty strong with the Katars and finding little avenues of approach, finding some chip damage here. It builds up over time, of course, and SSG has to keep an eye on his health bar and play a little bit safer when he gets built up too much, but we'll see how he adjusts.
Noel winning out in the neutral just barely, but SSG, big hits. Wait, where are you going? Noel throws away the Katars. Opportunity for Isidroo, but Noel picks up the sword. Oh, Isidroo, burning movement. Recovery, gets up, goes for the turnaround down air, but Noel with the iframes gets past. Good spot touch with the weapon toss.
Looking for something, finds a down air, looking for a neutral air, a north air. I don't know what that is. Is that a plane? Is that a flight company? Noel making his way back to stage. Is looking for the signature move to confirm an edge guard right here, with a counter edge guard from Noel with the side air is going to give him a little bit more room to move.
Oh, nice side sig. Oh, but Noel still got jumps to Isidroo. Trying to catch Noel, but Noel doesn't touch the wall.
What?
A second time Noel is going to fall to a slight misstep. Isidroo with that pressure on that corner keeps Noel from getting to the wall. And that means Isidroo has the advantage. He needs to widen this gap, though. He cannot afford to let Noel get the Katar recovery. Sword in hand for Noel.
Very careful, meticulous movements from both of these players. I mean, any misstep could set the other one into a feeding frenzy as they just deal damage after damage, hit after hit. So they have to be careful. You see them slowing down their movement, but barely avoiding some of the damage, and landing that signature is going to buy him a little bit more time. Getting back on the stage, Noel starting to take a lot more damage from ISIDROO, and you see that misstep really paying dividends for ISIDROO. Even more damage coming out left and right, but there's the retaliation finally coming out from Noel. Finally able to find that KO off to the side and equalizing the stocks, but for how long?
Little bit of triage for ISIDROO for Noel as he finally finishes the stock off of ISIDROO, but almost immediately ISIDROO is going to take this one down. Almost sends him off with that recovery. Noel slowing it down, but the side zig connects for ISIDROO.
The fake sweet spot.
Big lead.
Every time someone hits that move at that point, it always hits with an insane amount of damage. So I don't know, I just call it the fake sweet spot because it always seems like it should be. But anyway, Noel getting a lot of damage on ISIDROO on that fresh stock. He's on his last one right now. So a dangerous position. He's got to play careful. And, well, Noel is one to play careful. So no worry on that front. It's all how he approaches ISIDROO. And it's going to be a difficult one at that because this coverage from ISIDROO with the axe, especially while he has Noel off on the wall, is just extremely punishing.
This is big. This is big. Noel is very far behind. Even if Noel gets the stock off of ISIDROO, ISIDROO has such a huge lead, just looking like a repeat of the last game. The sidelight from ISIDROO just building more damage. Down six sends ISIDROO flying, but he's still got jumps, dodges through the weapon toss. Down airs down, Noel versus
and he gets caught!
Done! He burned his dodge, went for the gravity cancel down light, and he gets caught. Here comes the coach, Ezap, talking it out with Noel.
Couple Georgia boys got each other's backs.
He's absolutely local.
Both these local Atlanta mains.
I think they're like 10 minutes away from each other. They play frequently with each other. And Ezap just giving him a little bit of coaching, maybe some moral support, like, yo, you got this. Just trust in yourself.
Remember all that practice we did?
Yeah.
Back at the ranch. Or, you know, wherever they live. I know they don't live in the city. I know that for certain. And everything that is in the city is pretty much a ranch out here in Georgia. So, you know,
I guess that makes sense. Sure.
The BH Ranch.
I mean, there are quite a few ranches. I'm not going to lie. Noel, one game away from getting knocked out.
He's got to consider his options. It's all on the line here. And ISIDROO is looking very strong.
Looking very good. The swap over to the Ragnar really working for him. In particular, that Ragnar Axe neutral sig really doing a lot of work, paying a lot of dividends. Can go for the down air into the neutral signature, the sidelight nair into neutral signature. ISIDROO really trying to showcase what you can do with it.
Oh, and there's the neutral. There's the axe that we know and love from ISIDROO, and these neutral sig as well to just compound the damage. It's so devastating, and Noel taking that much damage is gonna put him on edge already.
Oh, good dodge from Noel. Was inside of that sidelight, getting the turnaround. Neutral sig from Noel working out the recovery. Spikes down. Oh, Noel doesn't have...
he misjudged his recovery options. That's going to cost them so much.
He was so close to the wall. He had the recovery, but he let go. He fast fell down. The fear from ISIDROO. And that just works so well for ISIDROO. Just big lead over Noel. And Noel going to play on this wall.
Holding the high angle. Trying to get ISIDROO off the top. It's not going to work just yet. He's going to look for it again, finding that down light pop-up. Now it's ISIDROO's turn. Noel trying to find that weapon, but the great map control. Noel is going to be able to find his way into that sword, and that is going to give him a lot of room to work with here. He's got to find that KO. He's got ISIDROO. Oh! Right side, and Haymaker off on the right is going to confirm that kill.
Watch your landing. That was not a safe landing zone, and Noel punished him for it. Got him back into this one. That was such a sizable lead for ISIDROO off that first stock, but Noel being very smart, didn't take too much damage, but suddenly ISIDROO's just back into it. He's like, oh yeah, axe, real good for me.
Noel holding onto that wall. He knows that he can't really approach.
Good
nice
dodge. Good dodge
to get through on top of ISIDROO, and very nice combo with the weapon throw.
Good dodge again. Oh, but then there, Noel is close to kill percent. What's the option from ISIDROO? The recovery, not enough force, but Noel is just getting closer and closer to dying and giving ISIDROO a huge lead. Side sig. This is big.
He's Is this tournament stock?
This might be it. Well, not tournament stock, upper bracket stock for Noel. Isidroo is one stock away from getting that top 8 spot.
Haymakers coming out from Noel. He has no weapon, and Isidroo's map controlling fantastically right now. He's got axe in hand. He's got so much damage and the combo potential that or the string potential that he usually brings to the table along with that axe. The neutral stick trying to catch him off the top, and that is almost going to connect. And there's the side stick trying to catch him on the low dodge, but it's not going to quite connect. Noel's looking for his entry point. He sees something, and there it goes. Looking for that kill, getting the recovery, looking for a second one. No, going to get interrupted.
Side air connects for Isidroo. He's chasing deep. Noel trying to get the punish with the neutral air. The side air slaps Isidroo off the wall, but he's still got jumps the recovery.
Oh, that could have gone so poorly.
Very close. Recovery. Noel sent flying. He is so close to death. One tap could do it. The ground pound's a big tap. That means Isidroo is in the top 8.
And you gotta love seeing it as well. As soon as the game is over, the first thing they do, it's like a pop-off hug. They just like popped off into the hug.
The most